I'm Brad Martin. I'm the owner and operator of Leading Edge Electrical Limited. We've been around for about 7 years, operating in the Hamilton, Waikato region. Most of our work is new housing, a lot of domestic renovations, extensions, bathrooms, kitchens, that sort of thing. And another big part of our business is smart vent home ventilation. Do a lot of smart vent installs throughout the winter months. Started off as one-man band, just myself, and have progressively grown over the last 7 years or so. So having 4 staff members on the tools, myself and an office administrator. One of my biggest mistakes was probably the fact that I didn't get office help early enough. I trudged on myself doing stuff that I don't enjoy doing in the office, that I'm not very good at doing in the office. Just hesitant to get someone else in there to help me out, to do that work for me. That was a big thing. Once I did get someone to help me out, there's just like a massive weight was lifted off my shoulders. The other thing is I used to think that I had to do it all myself. I had to be on site, making sure it was happening on a day-to-day basis, that no one else would be able to do it. But the more you release the reins, the easier it is to release the reins, and you find out other people can do stuff just as good as you can, and you build confidence in your staff to be able to do that, and I can work on other things. I'd have to say it's probably manpower, trying to attract enough good tradesmen, because in my business, I've got a good team. I trust my guys, we get on well, and I don't want to upset the balance we have, but I also need more staff. So yeah, because we want to grow. Being hesitant to expand and get out there and get out of my comfort zones and make it all happen, that was probably a big thing for quite a while, until I started getting my coaching. Then I've sort of, like I say, come into my shell a lot more. Hey, organisation really, like, as you get more staff members, you've got to be more organised. For example, we now have a checklist which we have for the new houses. So we have a pre-wire checklist, a fit-off checklist, and a final checklist. And whoever's done that part of the job is initial on there. And then at the end of the job, the tradesman has to go through the whole thing, and he's in charge of making sure it's all initialed. If anything doesn't get done and someone's put the initial on there, well then there's obviously a price to pay. But because you have that, it never happens, because now it's always done. We've run a good job management program now, whereas before we were a bit all over the show, and consequently we were like forgetting about jobs, missing jobs, forgetting to invoice jobs. And now we've got a great job management system working, whereas I put the jobs on for the boys have all the information on their phone, so they have all the client details, job details. They put all their time on there, which does away with timesheets, which is good as well. And and I know I can automatically back cost every job, so I know where I'm at, I know where I need to tweak, where I need to change things, and I know if I have a good job or a bad job, whereas before I used to have no idea. Direct marketing has been huge for us over the years. Picked up a lot of big customers from the direct marketing. Another one's our website. We acquire traffic for our website through Google AdWords. We're starting to get a bit more traction through Facebook, TradeMe. We're on a few of the various tradesman sites, Builders Crack, No Cowboys, a lot through word of mouth. I go in there, I have a structure that I want to have in the meeting, and I walk away knowing that I'm pretty confident I can get the job, and then I send them through the price, I follow that price up, I negotiate, I go and sit down with them and chat to them and try to work with them to get the job done, as opposed to just giving them a dollar figure and walking away. Hey, the team's they know what they're doing. They're way more confident in me than what they were earlier on. They know where they are from a day-to-day basis. They know they're way more organised. And when I'm employing staff now, when I'm interviewing people, I take the in charge role, whereas before I sort of, matey. Now I definitely try to make sure I'm the boss and they're trying to get the job off me, and keep that level of dominance in the relationship. I used to be at the mercy of the customer. I used to price to get the jobs. Now I'm all about the margins, and I know if I keep a strong margin, the rest of my business can work off that strong margin. So my margin is very important, and it's been really important as our turnovers increase to keep that margin solid and increase it when we can. I understand the numbers. I know how to work out my margin, my gross profit, my net profit. I can do it comfortably right here in front of you right now. Whereas before I couldn't have. I've managed to keep a strong margin while improving my turnover from $350,000 to $450,000 to almost $800,000 in the last 3 years. hence gross profit's gone up, net profit's gone up, lifestyle's gone up. I feel like now I'm a businessman. Your trades coach really helped me to come out of my shell in that aspect and realise that I'm not a tradesman. I don't have to do it myself, on-job stuff myself. I've got to run the business, the whole picture, the big picture really. Just become a lot more financially secure. That's the main thing. Like me and Tori bought a house, and we've had a baby 4.5 months ago. So Tori hasn't gone back to work, and she probably doesn't really want to go back to work, so she might not have to now if she doesn't want to. And just feel better about life, really being a bit more financially secure and happy with where the business is going. Last November we did a $96,000 turnover for a net profit of $30,000, and that was my proudest moment recently. Yeah, I was pretty pumped. Get help from someone who knows how to help you out. Like, get a good trades coach. It changed my business. It asked me some uncomfortable questions that I couldn't answer, and now I can comfortably answer. Pushes you out of your comfort zone, gets you growing, gets you moving. We want to get ourselves into a building, commercial building of our own. We looked at leasing, but we now want to purchase one. We're looking at the future. We want to make sure we get something that's big enough to house us for the next 10, 20 years. We want to get something quite chunky. So to do that, need more turnover, need more profit. So we're expanding our team at the moment, looking to expand our team and get a few more tradesmen on board. And with that, our office lady is currently part-time. We want to get someone full-time, at least one full-time, so we can take some of the time burden off me, and I can work more on the marketing and growing the business.